Wealth is not built in grand dramatic moments. It is built in small, boring, consistent decisions repeated over time. You ever ask yourself, why am I still living paycheck to paycheck when I make more money than my parents ever dreamed of? Why do I feel financially stranded despite having a good job? Everyone else seems to have figured it out except me. From the outside, you look like you're winning. From the inside, you're emotionally and financially stretched. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of us left Africa with ambition in our bags, but no blueprint in our pockets. We came from homes where money was managed by instinct, but not by systems. Close your eyes for a second. Think about your childhood home. Did you ever see your parents sit at a table with a spreadsheet planning their financial year? We step into countries where wealth isn't just earned, it's engineered. Nobody gave us a new immigrant money orientation. No one explained to us how this machine works. So what did we do? We came with ambition, with survival instincts, and we started winging it. Because winging it was the only model we'll ever see. So we're chasing lottery tickets, ignoring proven engines. When you are desperate, you become an easy target. Predators speak the language of your urgency. Fast, double, now. But here's the painful truth. You cannot optimize a machine you never knew was running. And that machine, the financial system around us, has been running against you by default this whole time. Welcome back to Alien and Stranded. I'm your host, Samson, and today we're having the uncomfortable conversation. Not because it's harsh, but because it's honest. This episode is called The Wealth System We Never Saw. And if you ever ask yourself, why am I still living paycheck to paycheck when I make more money than my parents ever dreamed of? Why do I feel financially stranded despite having a good job? Then this is your intervention. Not judgment, not shame, just clarity. Stay with me, because by the end of this episode, you are going to understand exactly what's been missing, and more importantly, how to fix it. Financial freedom. We've all chased it. Seminars, webinars, audiobooks, TikTok hacks, YouTube gurus telling us how to get rich in 30 days, how to invest like Warren Buffett with $12. Let's be honest. We've all consumed so much financial content that your brain should be a bank by now. Yet your account balance is not balancing. So what's going on? Here's the uncomfortable truth. Many of us left Africa with ambition in our bags, but no blueprint in our pockets. We came from homes where money was managed by instinct, not by systems. Where our parents, civil servants, traders, shop owners, hustlepreneurs, they taught us sacrifice, but not structure. Close your eyes for a second. Think about your childhood home. Did you ever see your parents sit at a table with a spreadsheet planning their financial year? Did you ever hear them talk about asset allocation, portfolio diversification, retirement strategy? Did you ever see a family meeting where you guys sit down and review savings goal, retirement plan, to 10 to 20 years wealth timeline? If you are like me and most people, chances are your answer is no. Not because our parents were not smart, not because they didn't care, but because they were in survival mode. Their focus was feed these children, keep the lights on, pay school fees, survive this month so we can face the next one. Financial planning to them was a luxury. And our school system didn't help. They taught us photosynthesis, but not financial literacy. They taught us quadratic equations, but not how to budget. They taught us complex chemistry formulas, but not how credit system works. So we arrived in the West with a mindset that is designed for survival, and we stepped into a system designed for engineered wealth creation. That mismatch, that's at the root cause of many of our struggles today. Here's what we actually inherited. We inherited instinct, not system. We inherited sacrifice, not structure. We inherited hustle, not strategy. We watch our mothers hide money under mattresses. A great risk management strategy for their context, but terrible long-term wealth building strategy. We watch our fathers work multiple jobs. Great and amazing work ethics, but no framework for turning labor into assets. We learned that money is for spending on immediate needs, not for investing into future freedom. We learned that saving means keeping cash somewhere safe, not putting money to work, so it earns more than we do. We learned that wealth is something other people have, not something that you design step by step. Then we got on that plane to America, Canada, Europe, UK, we step into countries where wealth isn't just earned, it's engineered, where there are systems for credit scores, tax strategies that help people legally keep more of what they earn, investment accounts that compound wealth over decades, real estate structures that pays family while they sleep. But nobody gave us a new immigrant money orientation. No one explained to us how this machine works. So what did we do? We came with ambition, with survival instincts, and we started winging it. Because winging it was the only model we'll ever seen. Meanwhile, data shows that immigrant households still hold less wealth on average than US-born households, even though many of us make higher income than the average. And if you arrive here in your 40s and 50s, it means you can never retire. You may not qualify for Social Security until your late 70s or early 80s. Even then, it's penny on a dollar. But here's the painful truth. You cannot optimize a machine you never knew was running. And that machine, the financial system around us, has been running against you by default this whole time. Let me tell you a story you might recognize. You land in America, you grind, you hustle, you finally get a job. That first paycheck hits $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. Back home, as you've made it kind of. So what happens? You move out of the shared apartment, you get your own place, you finance a nice car, you upgrade your phone, your wardrobe, your lifestyle, you start sending money home because you're proud. And you should be. Then the bills hit. Rent, car note, insurance, gas, groceries, utilities, phone. And then, of course, remittances, because you have to send money home. You're earning $5,000, ending the month with maybe $300. From the outside, you look settled. From the inside, you are one emergency away from panic. Money didn't fix it because there was no system around the money. Money without a system is just expensive chaos. Now, look at the bigger picture. Immigrant worldwide sending money home roughly $200 to $300 every 1 or 2 months. And this usually just represents about 15% of what we earn. Remittances to low-income countries are almost 6% of GDP for those countries. Nigeria alone received around $20 billion in diaspora remittances in 2023, almost a third of all of flows to sub-Saharan Africa. So we are working in one system, funding two economies, but often building very little retirement security for ourselves. That's the illusion. Big effort, big impact, little stability. Let's talk about the patterns. See which ones sound familiar to you. Pattern number 1, investments with no structure. You get that call. Bro, I'm starting a business back home. Fish farm, logistics, import, it's booming. I need 5,000. And because it's family, you send it. No business plan, no financials, no contract, just trust and hope. 6 months later, the market was tough, the fish died, the partner disappeared, and your money gone. Relationship damaged. The lesson is not Africa is risky. The lesson is emotional investment without structure is charity with expectations anywhere in the world. Second pattern, crypto groups promising 10x in 30 days, Forex mentors showing fake screenshots, Ponzi schemes disguised as community investment. We jump in because we feel behind. But look at this. Reported losses from crypto investment fraud hit almost $4 billion in 2023, with total crypto-related fraud estimated about $5.6 billion. Meanwhile, the stock market, measured by the S&P 500, has delivered an average return of around 10% a year over the long term. So we're chasing lottery tickets, ignoring proven engines. When you are desperate, you become an easy target. Predators speak the language of your urgency. Fast, double, now. Pattern number 3, we treat rest like a moral failure. Back-to-back shifts, weekend overtime, side hustle on top of side hustle. We say, I didn't come here to count bridge. But lack of rest kills clarity. And without clarity, financial decision gets worse. The grind stops being a strategy. It becomes a self-inflicted cage. Pattern number 4 is isolation. You finally get a good job. Your first instinct is to run to the suburbs. Good schools, quiet streets, American dream. Then what? You don't know your neighbors. Your kids feel out of place. You are far isolated. You're paying a heavy mortgage for a life that looks good online, but feels lonely offline. From the outside, you look like you're winning. From the inside, you're emotionally and financially stretched. Remember this, community is not just emotional support. Community is economic structure. When you isolate, you lose information, you lose support, You lose shared opportunity. So here's the question. How many of these patterns are you living right now? Be honest, because awareness is the first step toward freedom. Here's what I need you to understand. You stepped into a game where others were taught the rules. From childhood, you were handed no manual. The diaspora journey demands something most of us never learn. A system that turns earnings into asset, a process that turns hard work into worth, a discipline that turns intention into abundance. No vibes, no guessing, no winging it. A repeatable financial operating system. And the good news is you can learn it, you can build it, you can break that cycle. So before we talk about wealth building, we need to talk about a quiet thief, and that's the high interest debt. Because you cannot build a solid house on a sinking foundation. So let me be blunt. You can't invest your way out of high interest debt. It's a trap. It's like renting a private jet while your car is being repossessed. Looks fancy, makes no sense. So right now, average credit card interest rates in the US are hovering around 20 to 23%. Meanwhile, the long-term average stock market returns is roughly about 10% a year. So think about it. If your credit card is charging you 25% interest and your investments are making 8 to 10% in a good year, you're not building wealth. You're leaking it. For every step you take forward, the debt pulls you 2 steps back. So here's the mindset shift. Paying off high interest debt is one of the best investments you can make. Do this audit with me. Do you have credit cards with high interest rates? Do you have personal loans that feels like a permanent roommate? If yes, this becomes priority number 1. If you hold individual stocks with a small gain or just breaking even, it can make sense to simply sell and use that cash to clear high interest debt first. Because a guaranteed 20 to 25% saved beats a maybe 8 to 10% gain. Now, I'm not giving you personalized financial advice here. Everyone's situation is different. Your tax situation, your timelines, your risk tolerance matters. It may be wise to talk to a qualified financial advisor before making big changes. But the principle stands. Stop throwing 20 to 30% interest at the bank while hoping your 8 to 10% investment will save you. It will not. Next, control your tools. If credit cards are dragging you into the red, remove them from your wallet. Stop carrying temptation around in your pocket. Use them only within a strict plan, or don't use them at all. Some people explore options like 401k loans to pay off high interest debt. Those can sometimes help because you are borrowing from yourself and paying yourself back with interest. But those also come with risk, so fees, taxes, etc. That's why decisions like that should be made with professional guidance from a financial planner or your plan administrator. Big idea is simple. First, stop the bleeding, then build the muscle. Clear the high interest rate traps, then you can invest from a place of stability, not desperation. Even if you are not investing heavily yet, being debt-free from toxic interest gives you more breathing room, more disposable income, and more power, actually. More power to plan your next move. So where do we go from here? We've talked about the illusions, exposed the traps, we've called out the debt. Now we build. I use something I call the 6-pillar diaspora wealth system. And this is designed for immigrants who are done winging it, who are ready for a blueprint. We'll dive deeper episode by episode, but here's the high-level view. Know your numbers, no more flying blind. Build a simple system, budget, automation, cash flow, discipline investing, basics before complexity, foundations before gambling, strategic investing, opportunity but with structure and due diligence, multiple income streams, tension, not random hustle, but layered income, community mentorship. Don't do this alone. It's important. This episode may feel heavy because once you see the system, you also see the years spent for fumbling it. That hurts. But listen, you are not your parents' generation. You have information they never had. You have the tools they could not imagine. But now you have the language for what you are facing. So don't stay in regret. The question is not, why didn't I learn this earlier? The real question is, what am I going to do with this knowledge now? So here's your homework. Pick one move, just one. Start a simple budget. Call your bank, open your bank app, and check your interest rates. Make an extra payment on one high interest credit card. Remove that card from your wallet. Book a call with a financial advisor or a counselor or your plan administrator. Wealth is not built in grand dramatic moments. It is built in small, boring, consistent decisions repeated over time. You've already taken the first powerful step. by listening this far. So if this episode helped you, share with someone who needs this reset. Follow Alien and Stranded on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and join our newsletter for tools, checklists, and the data behind the truth bomb. Because every immigrant who understands the system can change the story for the next generation. You're not stranded, you're building with purpose. Stay grounded, stay intentional. This is Alien and Stranded.